Good morning, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I'd like to thank you all for coming to the service this morning. Throughout the years, preparing for this day has been hard yet rewarding, and I'm glad I'm able to share it with all of you. I chose this Torah portion for my bat mitzvah because I believe that in most cases, people believe in what the Torah says and they follow it. However, for this section of Leviticus, I just can't bring myself to agree with what was written. To summarize, it is about a half-Israelite man who gets into a fight with an Israelite man because of his diversity. When the situation gets heated, the half-Israelite man was furious and he acted out towards it. He pronounced God's name in blasphemy. This half-Israelite man acted out wrongly, yes, but I believe that he was pushed and pushed until he was over his limit. Ultimately, he was brought to God and he was killed. So the question is, did this man deserve to die? Did we consider the fact that this half-Israelite man was understandably emotionally distraught when he committed blasphemy? I believe there can be justifiable acts of anger in which the punishment should be reduced. I'm not saying that you could kill a man who stole your money and get away with it. But the state of mind of the person who had their money stolen should be considered before he is sentenced for murder. The half-Israelite man didn't really mean what he said about God. In fact, other people's prejudice was constantly in his face until he finally got up the courage to push it away. So this Torah portion teaches a life lesson that you really have to examine a situation before you impose punishment, no matter what crime is committed. I dislike how harsh the Eternal One was to the half-Israelite man. Yes, there were wrongdoings, but it seemed like God showed no mercy. I believe that certain parts of the Torah can be left to individual interpretation. Perhaps this lesson is written in the Torah for the Jewish people to study and debate. Today, most rabbis do not believe in capital punishment, and thankfully so. I also chose this Torah portion because of how it relates to a special moment in American history, our first African-American president, Barack Obama. Since 1996, the year I was born, if you had asked most people, when will America elect an African-American president, they would certainly have predicted later than 2008, although many deny that now. Barack Obama is half black and half white. He even refers to himself as a mutt. I am sure that he faced prejudice from both black and white communities all of his life. He probably also acted out of anger many times from being ridiculed. Thankfully, his retaliations must have been met with understanding and forgiveness from others, or we would not have him today as our president. So it seems that society is becoming more tolerant since the days of the half-Israelite man in the book of Leviticus. And because of this, we can all benefit from Barack Obama's excellent qualities. Through generations, we have matured so greatly that I wonder what life will be like when I am watching my daughter give her bat mitzvah sermon. My generation is watching as our world is finally turning into what it should have been all along, accepting diversity and even benefiting from it. We are doing this by learning from our mistakes. The world is still far from perfect, but we are improving little by little. To be a bat mitzvah is to show everyone that you are maturing. I'm not quite ready to drive and pay the bills. But being a bat mitzvah is progressing into adulthood, specifically Jewish adulthood. To be Jewish is to be a respectful and peaceful person throughout life. I believe it is very important to help out others in need. That also includes animals. I always tell my parents to scare animals off the road by tapping the car horn. I am very into supporting animal rights. My family donates to the ASPCA every month, and I plan to donate a portion of my bat mitzvah money to the ASPCA. When I help out in whatever I'm doing, I feel very good about myself. It is a great feeling to save a life. So if you're witnessing something as small as someone squishing a bug, don't tolerate it. All life is valuable. Even what seems like the smallest, most unneeded creature deserves to live its life in peace. The Jewish deeds that I will continue after religious school are that I will share my religion with all my friends and all my family members. I will also tell everyone that you don't have to be a perfect Jew, whatever that may be in your eyes. But you must respect yourself and others, for we are all God's creation. In fact, not respecting yourself or others is like not respecting God. Mazel tov to Alex and the Caravella family. It was a pleasure sharing this day with you. I would also like to thank Rabbi Weber for his support and great stories in class, Kinder Alexander for her beautiful singing and help in lessons, and Miss Haim for all the hard work that she put into my training, and all my Hebrew school teachers that helped make this day possible. Most importantly, I would love to thank my parents for all the hard work that they put into me. I know that my parents spent every waking moment to benefit me and my brother, and I love you and I thank you. I would also like to speak directly to my brother. Alex, when we wrestle and sometimes I accidentally get hurt, you give me a free shot to whack you in the head. When I can't find a seat, I welcome myself to your lap. You strive to teach me the ways of the world as if you were my third parent. When people ask me about myself, somehow you always pop into my head. When I was younger, people would tell me how special it is that we are so close. And I always thought, this is how siblings are. Now I realize that I wouldn't change our closeness for anything. So Alex, I love you, and I will miss you an awful lot when you go off to college. Thank you, everyone.